Hey YouTube. Well, I'm doing this video even though I know it's controversial and people don't want to talk about these things, especially in Australia. It is very taboo. Like this, if you were a politician, this would be political suicide to even talk about. Like, serious. Like, there's no way that people do like, no, don't talk about that issue. And that's the problem with this country. You can't fix anything if you're not prepared to do anything. Look, talk is cheap in my opinion. Actions speak louder than words. We can all say whatever we want, in my opinion, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. Not everyone has to like what you say. They might be offended, or they might think you're an idiot, or whatever. But in the end of the day, you can say what you want. It's what you do that really matters. I mean, I've said that multiple times, and I think the majority. That's what's going on. The cat's bumping her head against the phone. But yeah, the amount of the amount of yeah. So so the issue is the issue is that that Aboriginal people are always like in a situation where, well, not always, but in a large majority of them, we'll say 80%, give or take, it's probably closer to 60, maybe even lower. You'll probably find that a lot are not in a bad situation. They're probably just living their lives the same as you and me, but there is a large percentage that is not in a good position in life. And they'll say, well, this is closing the gap, and this is like, we have to prop them up all the time and everything. But the fact is you can't treat people like children all the time. Okay, realistically, the reason why you're getting a lot of Indigenous people that are requiring Centrelink all the time, or have a low turnout rate to work, or are in trouble with the law a lot of the time, or supposedly getting a poor education even though they get special schools and paid to go to school, and they get paid to go to school. They get cheaper books, they get special scholarships, they get they basically get the red ribbon treatment, gold. Like, honestly, if it was a white person, they'd be like 10, 15 steps ahead if they got the same treatment. Like, there would be no question, actually. But I'm not having a go. I'm just saying that's a reality. That's probably what would happen. Just look at the facts. But anyway, if you treat people like children all the time, you're not going to let them grow to be adults. And it would be the same as the youth of today. If you don't let them grow, and you got to think about how we grew up, like, at some point you have to stop holding their hand, and you have to say, look, I've showed you the way. Now it's up to you to take the steps yourself. You don't need me to watch your back and watch everything you do. That's annoying for you and annoying for me. So let's just see how you go. Like, make a mistake, it's okay. Like, we all do. It's normal. Everyone makes mistakes, even adults, all the time, even. So that's fine. Like, it's okay to do things like that. So what I'm saying is, instead of giving them handouts all the time, instead of giving them like special privileges or whatever, just treat them the same as any other Australian. Just be like, look, let's scrub all this nonsense of, are you an Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander on a job application? Get rid of that. In a school or whatever. Like, just scrub it and just say, are you an Australian? Done. That's it. That's all you got to say. Let's scrub all the extra money, because it doesn't breed strength to constantly do that. Name a rich child that has succeeded because they were given extra. In fact, a lot of them will go to these schools where these rich children, a lot of them will go to these schools where they're $30,000-$40,000 a year. Like, that's somebody's salary, right? It's an entire salary for someone. And that's what these schools can cost. You know what? My missus was telling me you can build a house in the Philippines for 45, or actually probably about 40,000 Australian dollars. So the semester of one school for a year is, or whatever it's called, costs as much as a house in the Philippines. Think about that. That's how much money you're spending. And you know what? They don't end up in a better place than the kids from the public school. You don't see them off doing like some very important job, getting paid uber money. Majority of them just end up in the same jobs that the kids from the public school ended up. And it's the jobs there that will really determine your future. It's so my personal opinion on all of that is, if a particular school is teaching a subject that will get that person that particular job, that's all that really matters. Like, not necessarily how much you're paying to get that education. In fact, I think if you're smart and savvy, you'll want to pay less, not more. So I'm not really sure why you think paying more is better, but yeah. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. I got sidetracked there. So what I'm saying is, you got to stop treating these adults and that like they need special help. Okay? Because if you do that, this is what you get. You get these people in the outback that won't take care of themselves. Like, you look in the Northern Territory where it's predominantly the worst, right? So that is the worst affected area. Like, the amount of problems out there is significant. Like, it is very significant. Like, you've got kids just destroying businesses, robbing people, attacking each other with machetes and fighting in the street. I've seen it. Watch the Spaniard video on it. Watch the I think his channel's called Spaniard. You watch, he goes in the Northern Territory. You watch, you see firsthand what's going on, right? You see with your eyes. And they're not necessarily bad people or anything. Like, you wouldn't turn around and say, I wouldn't have a beer with that person or anything. But what I'm saying is that a normal person wouldn't do the things that they're doing. You see, you're brought up to respect your community and love, and because it's respecting yourself. You know, clean up the trash. You know, look after your neighbours. Look after each other. Help each other, right? Because in the end of the day, all you've got in your community. Everyone around you, that's who you've got. You might not have to like everyone, but that's the person you can count on who will be there when the chips are down, okay? Because you can only count on each other, okay? Like, even the people that have like bad family, like your community, your network of people around you, your neighbors, the businesses around you, like, you're all going to be able to take care of each other if you respect each other. But there's just been this lack of respect because they've never been brought up to have it, okay? Because they get the handouts. They do something wrong, nobody punishes them. Nobody sets the boundaries of, no, you really shouldn't do that. Like, even the businesses aren't turning around and saying, nah, you can't come in here. We don't want your business because you destroy stuff. You rob stuff. Like, we don't want that, okay? And that's why you can't set up businesses in the Northern Territory. That's why there's shanty towns up there. Like, honestly, if you were to watch an old World Vision ad where you see children in Africa, like, playing with a stick or something, or, like, struggling to get water, I mean, it's that bad. Like, it's really that bad up there. And no, I don't think throwing money at the problem will solve anything, because it hasn't to this point. Why would you look, I don't agree with Albert Einstein completely on the whole repeat on doing it. He was talking about science, but, you know, to talk about basically if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you know, it's the first sign of madness. Well, yeah, look, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but the point is, you know, it's not a simple thing, right? But yeah, look, actions speak louder than words. If the people in the Northern Territory are watching this, I beg you, respect your community and respect each other and stop fighting, stop destroying stuff. Actually put your resources to good use, okay? Don't destroy your family home. Like, if you get a home from the government, don't trash it, okay? Because that can be a place for your whole family for 100 years or more, you know? Like, so don't trash it, all right? Don't smash the windows. Don't burn the doors. Don't, like, put a hole in the roof so you can make a robbery in the lounge room or whatever it is that you do. Don't poop all over the place. Clean up after yourself. Clean your toilets. Clean your showers. Wash yourselves. Make sure you wash yourselves with soap and water. Brush your teeth. Respect yourself. Treat yourself like you are, like you deserve to be amongst other people, and other people will treat you the same. Okay? You're not babies. I'm not going to talk to you like a baby. I'm not going to disrespect you and treat you like anything less than an adult, okay? You are an adult. Most of you are adults because 75% of your life is adulthood. So I am speaking mostly to adults here. I don't expect children to understand. That's why this video isn't aimed at children, okay? So I get that there is boredom up there and there's nothing to do, but, you know, I know that the Aboriginal people have a lot of creativity. Why don't you create stuff that is fun for everyone, that isn't destructive? Why don't you help each other to be better? If you see someone that needs a job, you know, talk to some people you know, see if you can get them a job. Make sure you encourage them. You turn up, you go to work. You'll have more money than you ever could get from Centrelink. And you'll have respect. You'll have real respect. You want respect in this world, you've got to earn it. Respect is not given, it is earned. It's like a soul. You're not given a soul. How many soulless humans are out there? All right? You're not given a soul. You have to earn it. And it's the same with respect. If you want to be someone in this world, earn your place. Show the world what you're really capable of and who you really are in a positive way. All right? That's it. That's all you got to do. Most of the time, it's just turning up. That's it. Most of the time, it's just being there. And you pick up the rest as you go. All right? Sorry to be serious in this video. I know it's not my usual style, but I don't really like talking politics or this particular subject, to be honest. And the reason why is because it doesn't go anywhere. Nobody cares and nobody will do anything. Even if 1 million people watch this video, it won't change anything. Everything will remain the same because nobody is prepared to act and do anything real. That is always the case. I'm sorry this video has gone on a long time. Apologise for that. Even the cat's saying, "Shut up, Steve." Duly noted. Duly noted, cat. And I want to eat now. So, peace. Take care of yourselves, guys. And show the world what you can do. Because you're not worthless. You're worth as much as you think you are. So if you think you're worth something, show it. Peace.